Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
Hello, my friend.
Happy Fri-yay.
Oh, I'm so ready for this Friday. I'm ready. How about you?
Well, after the 3+ hour drive from Boston to P-Town yesterday, oh my God.
All I can
Roots.
just channel every
Yeah.
single moment of what is that? The Hangover. How about that ride in?
I only wish, but I do look like the fried chicken I sent you the picture of.
Thank you for sharing that meme.
It's awesome, and you know the inflection of that. Survived. I survived. But yeah, Route 3. There was so much like stop and go and red areas on the map. There was some work that was being done, but I didn't see any construction at all. So
I think it was the Marshfield Fair. I'm trying to think of like events that were happening that would hinder your ability to get to Provincetown.
I don't know, 'cause
3.5 hours is like cry worthy.
Yeah.
With a dog. Poor Rocco.
Exactly. Well, luckily I put him in doggy daycare that morning.
Oh, good.
So he's usually pretty tired and mellow, and he was. And I brought his bowl, and like within I guess 45 minutes, I poured his food into the bowl and I put it back there. And actually, because we were so slow, he actually ate the whole thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of stop and go, so he was calm and comfortable. And it's a good thing because guess who forgot the rest of his food?
Oh no.
Yeah, so I've got to go to Orleans to go pick up a bag. Yeah. Again, it's not a big deal. He got tons of treats on a bowl.
Because I was like, there is no way I'm going to ask Rich to drive all the way to come see me after yesterday's debacle. We're doing virtual, buddy.
Yeah, this is only a temporary fix.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the heat. We're in the heat and the height of vacation land. So
yeah,
it is.
How was
it's
your
horrible.
vacation week?
I have to say, this is the first time in probably 9 years that I've taken a whole week. I know, 1 week, and been completely unplugged from work, and it was really, really nice.
Because I know that you're like me, where you're connected all the time, whether it's an email, and you think you're disconnected, but you're so not. And when you actually take the moment to take that out of the mix, like a 3-day detox, and then you're like, oh, this is great. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to go back.
Well, for me, the re-entry was really tough.
Yeah.
Because you got to get back in the mode, and I'm usually always in that mode. And it is, I guess, in some ways, for me, it's easier just to stay in the mode, but for other people, it's like you're in that constant putting out fires. Everybody, needs something done, and you're the person to do it.
Yeah.
So
is anybody else out there like that, where it's like so hard to unplug, and then when you do unplug, it's so hard to get back on? It's like the object in motion stays in motion. I say it all the time. So that's why I'm like a whirling basket case, because I'm like, if I get off this ride, I don't want to get back on.
Right, because that brick wall you can't break. You don't have that force.
Exactly.
And the other thing was, I came home to Boston on Sunday and I had no AC.
Oh,
and I
so bad.
And I reached out to Heather and John. I said, "Can I stay at your place?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." I get to their place, their AC is not working. I was just like, oh my God, this is just meant to be. I got to like lay there and sweat.
And that was like the height of the heat. That was
exactly
so up, like right before it broke. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for breaking that for all of us. And we are bracing for it. I mean, you fought your way to Provincetown yesterday.
Yeah.
And now you're in for it today with like wind and rain and crazy.
Debbie does a lot of things.
Debbie's wreaking havoc on Provincetown. And Provincetown is full right now. It's full.
Somebody was commenting last night, because when I got in, Heather and John waited for me, and we had a nice, lovely dinner over at Panizzi's. And this guy, Bill, that I know, was actually sitting next to them, so we chatted, and he said that last night, P-Town, the tea dance was mobbed. It was crowded. It was packed.
Yeah.
And it's because today's storm. people know
Exactly.
their weeklies from Saturday to Saturday, so they know that tonight they're not going to be able to go out for tea.
Right, exactly, and then we've got Carnival Week upon us, so it's just like
Mhm.
it's like the height of I feel like the height of the season, like, kind of the last giant hurrah. I mean, I feel like Provincetown never closes, and they've extended it now to Spooky Bear, it continues, but I mean, I feel like the mass amount of people, this will be really, like, the last week of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And it was funny. I was like, well, there's no event week, but everybody was just out and about. So that's great.
Mhm. Yeah.
This morning it was just so like really dense fog, which was kind of fun when I was walking Rocco.
It is a little, American Horror Story-esque when it's out there and you're like, "Ooh, it's a little creepy."
Yeah, I always think, well, I don't think of American Horror Story. I think more even further into the 70s, The Fog with Adrienne
Mhm.
Barbeau. I love that movie.
If you don't know, everyone, Rich absolutely loves movies. He has just a statistics-minded brain and pulls up fun facts and random stuff that I'm like, "How do you even have that in there?" It's just stored in a vault that you can recall when you want to. It's actually pretty magical the way your mind works.
And it's even more wonderful and so exciting when I just say a line from a film and people get it. And they're
Right?
like, "Oh my God." Or they're like, "I know that. What's that from?"
Yep, I did one of our trivias this week was 80s movie quotes. You would have 100% crushed it.
Oh, I would have loved that. Oh, but to get back to my vacation, just want to let you
Yes.
know,
Oh, what is that?
it's my buddy Andy Husband's. It's his Pitmaster book,
How
and
fun.
I bought an entire 10-pound beef brisket and smoked it.
Oh,
8 hours on my Traeger grill. I loved
I'm
it. It was
drooling.
fantastic.
I'm drooling. Good morning, Carrie. Hey,
Yeah.
John. Thanks for joining us right now. Yeah, so you had a full week of vacation, you unplugged. You said that you
Yep.
did like field day games.
Oh, that was work yesterday. We have an annual field day. This is our second annual, and
So you totally
last year
back into work. You had field day when you came back to work. That's like,
I'm not going to
please.
comment. No, and again, I helped set up. I actually went because we were excited, some of the committee members, about the different outdoor games, and we had volleyball and kickball, and there was a soccer nets, and some other games I've never even heard of. And then I was like, I have to find the giant Jenga. And the night before, I was up in New Hampshire, and I found a Walmart superstore that had it,
You're like, I
and
got it.
people were having a blast doing giant Jenga on the
That's
table
awesome.
outside. Yeah, it got a little chilly because it was cloudy and windy, but then the sun broke out, so it was perfect. And we had a barbecue delivery. They were out there
Awesome.
grilling, and then we had an ice cream truck show up. That
That
was
is
fun.
so fun. Talk about a great boss. Like that's
Yeah.
wonderful for mental health as far as I'm
Oh
concerned. We're
yeah.
like, we're gonna go outside and have field day. But you said your boss is super competitive.
Yes. Yes. Our director is competitive and loves the tug of war. We had a tug of war, and they were like, I think we must have gone through maybe about 9 rounds or plus more. It was unbelievable.
So
They also had a
fun.
photographer. I don't know how I'm going to show up in these photos because I did one. I did one tug of war.
Isn't that funny when you're like so aggressively into something and then you realize there's a professional photographer watching you and you're like, I do not know what person you captured. I'm
Right.
curious to see.
Well, yeah, I was cognizant of the photographer. So while I was with people, I was like, all right, suck it in, smile. I was
Mm.
just like, I don't want I don't want to look bad. you know,
Oh,
I
he's
had the
really
like really,
that rope.
yeah, really mean face, like I'm really pulling on the rope,
My God, I
totally,
want to
totally
see.
acting it up, hamming it up.
That
I
is
can't wait to see the
amazing.
photos.
Only you. I absolutely only you.
Keep me
You've
in
got to see
frame.
some of seriously, you've got to see some of Rich's glamour shots. You have done a few photo shoots that I'm like, he really, I mean, you just have a look. You have a look that people are drawn to whenever we're on the side of the road. They're like, who's that guy? Where's that mustache? And I'm just like, damn it.
Well,
Fun.
some it's everyone. There are some undesirables. Get some stalkers every once in a while.
Our question today is, what is on your anti-bucket list? We're talking about stuff that you've done. You're never going to do it again. I'm like, I'm done with roller coasters. They've had their time in my life. And I feel like
really?
my body says no. The last time I went on one of them, I think I like broke my neck. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's broken, everybody.
You know where you have to go?
Where?
Dollywood.
Well, okay. That would be the one exception to me breaking this rule of no roller coasters is if you and I went to Dollywood. Could you imagine?
I can.
Just like miking us up and letting us go.
Yeah, because I went with my buddy Michael, and it was in November. It's a wonderful time to go, because the weather's great. And I had not been on a roller coaster in 20 years, and I was a little nervous, but I went on every single one. Some of them I went on twice. I had a blast.
They're not like big ones, though, are they?
Some of them are big ones. Some of them are the old wooden ones. It's a great combo. Believe me, you will have a great time.
I'm like thinking of the old rickety ones. I'm like, I don't know. Some of them are really good though that people have been posting this morning of never getting married again, never doing zip lining again. They're very extreme in their anti-bucket list things.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would never do again because I did enjoy the tandem skydive, but I don't think I need to do it again. I think that was a big one.
It's like we checked that off. We're good.
Yeah, it was a great experience. It was a really cool experience, but it's a lot.
Somebody put down never eating cheese again. That made me laugh. There are some things we can't do as we age.
Well, there's a subtext to that text. It wasn't just cheese. We call that government cheese. Okay.
Oh my God. You have been having a certain summer. Let me just tell you, whenever I was walking, I forget where I was, and you had said, I think I just saw Jim Parsons cross my path or whatever. And I said, only you would cross Jim Parsons on the side of the road and just be like nonchalant about it. I said, you've got to go back and get the photo. You're like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
And guess what happened?
Unbelievable.
I was at the Red Inn having happy hour, and him and his husband showed up, and I chatted with them for a little bit.
Sitting right next to you. Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, they stood, and then they went over to somebody, some guy that they knew that was sitting in the dining area. But yeah, and it's nice to see him out of character.
Yeah, because he's like attractive.
Yeah,
it's very different from his character, where it's like Sheldon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's not Sheldon. He's a very attractive man. It was nice to see him, just on vacation, relaxing.
So many celebrity sightings in Provincetown over the last couple of weeks. I saw that Jennifer Coolidge was hanging around and just like bopping into places, saying hi to people. I was like, oh, that's awesome. One of my friends got asked to do her makeup and she couldn't do it. And she was so upset about it. But then I saw her out everywhere. I was like, no, you don't want to do her makeup because if you do it too good, she's going to want you all the time. But if you do it bad, then you're going to be the one that get blamed for making Jennifer Coolidge look bad. You don't want to do that either. It's stressful.
Well, of course, Heather and John are making comments about me not being. She's like, you're far from nonchalant.
You are definitely far from nonchalant.
I've been a little stocky. Yeah.
Hi,
how do I look? Google me. I'm a big deal. By the way,
yes,
it is my Fernice Willa's birthday.
Hey, hello, Fernice Willa.
Oh my God, she's 6 years old. I can't believe it. I had this amazing, cute as hell photo of her on Heather's lap in the car when they picked her up. Oh, I'll send it to you. Yeah.
I love it. I love when Willa and Rocco get together because they're really just so stinking cute together. They're like, "What's up?" I'll deal with you.
They get the cuteness factor in comments all the time. It's
great. My gosh, 100%. Love them. So, what else is going on in your week? What is your plans? Are you just here for the weekend, or are you going to?
Nah, I'm only here for the weekend. I got turnover tomorrow. I want to make sure everything's all set, and just kind of focus on some work stuff. We have a big report that's going to be due soon, and I'm trying to make sure that everything is just back on track. It wasn't off track, but we have a couple things that have been pending, and I had to
Yeah,
pivot.
squeezing work in this time of year. You laughed at my meme the other day of trying to get all the stuff I want to get done in
Oh
August
my
done with
God.
all the little time that I have. I'm like, I have so many things left to do. I haven't done yet, and I've got like 3 weeks to get it done in. Good morning, Miss Mari. Well, Lily's going off to college. We've got next week we have orientation. And
Really?
then
Next week?
and then we find out who her roommate's going to be. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, this is a whole new life for her. So
Yeah.
stay tuned as to how that goes this year.
Now, is it the last week of August? Because they usually
Yeah.
do like a week for the incoming first years.
Yeah. So
To
she
get
won't move
acclimated.
in until like August 28th. So I don't have to worry about all of that stuff. But I mean,
Well, that's
that is
good.
just going to be here before we know it. I'm just trying to
Absolutely.
get her mentally prepared. Yesterday, she was like painting her door and she's cleaning out her room and decluttering that area because she knows her father's making that his office.
Oh, I hope she's going to. No, I'm not going to say that.
She knows. She knows when she moves out, she's getting downsized. She already knows this.
We don't expect you to come back.
No. You could have the couch. It pulls out to a bed. No, I'm kidding. They always have a place for a
Of
chair.
course.
However, it's just not going to be nice and comfortable like it used to be.
Exactly. There are high expectations.
Start your life. Let's go.
That's
So we're trying to squeeze in a bunch of other stuff. I've got this kayak adventure I want to take. We're supposed to go see my father-in-law in Vermont. Just quick little things, but also I'm running out of days for it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all done.
I know, and you squeezed in your brother's birthday earlier, a couple days ago. Yeah?
I know. No, I didn't end up going to New York. Something's going on with his work, and if you don't know where he works, there's just a lot happening in the world. So basically was denied his vacation time.
Wow.
So I know it's a situation that he's just got to deal with at this point in time and figure out what next steps are and what's going to happen. But he's glued to work currently. So that was kind of a bummer. I really wanted to see him and hang out with him because he makes me laugh, and I love a good New York trip for sure. So I'm gonna have to make that happen sooner rather than later. Carnival is coming.
Well, fall's the best time to go.
Yeah, right.
For New York, you don't want to go in August, to be honest. I mean, it's really.
Well, I can wait until September. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. It's not like he's in a rush to see me. I'm just his annoying sister. I'm like, take me to all the things that make me happy. What are we doing? That's what big sisters
do. Carnivals. Yeah. Sorry, you mentioned Carnival.
Yeah. That's coming up, right? Are you going to be with me? No.
No. I'm sorry.
I know. I don't even have an outfit anyway. I don't even know what I'm going to wear, but I'm going to still do it. Maybe I'll drag somebody else along with me. Stay tuned. I can't annoy somebody on the parade route. It just won't be rich this year.
I think John's around. I could put him in as my stand-in.
Oh my God, that would be great. I love John.
He would love that. Yeah.
So fun. The commentary. We might get in trouble.
Well, that's our middle name.
That's it. It's tax-free weekend. Do you have anything that you need to get?
I really think tax-free weekend is a scam.
I know.
I mean, case in point, I bought a washer dryer on July 17th. It was the last day of the sale before the next day it went up $100.
Yep.
And it was only good until I think yesterday, and then it went to its normal price, which was an additional $600 higher.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're not saving money on taxes. Gotcha. If you're buying that particular appliance. So you really have to be a smart consumer and look at all the sales and the prices and make a good choice or a sound choice in terms of what you're going to buy.
Yeah, right. Well, we have to buy Lily a laptop anyway. So, I mean, that price is pretty fixed.
Yeah.
You know, you buying anything from Apple, it never really changes all that much. I don't know what discounts we're going to be getting, but usually they give you a good educational one and they give you a couple of other things. So if I can save a couple of bucks on tax-free weekend, we'll pull the trigger this weekend and grab that.
Absolutely. And educational pricing for higher ed is awesome.
Yeah, well, exactly. And we already read the Riot Act to her. This is yours for the next 4 years. Don't take it to parties. Don't leave it anywhere stupid. Don't spill anything on it.
It'll be obsolete in 2 years. She'll need a new one.
I know. Stop. These are the things we tell ourselves as parents so we can get through the day sometimes.
I know. There's always buyer's remorse because there's going to be the announcement with Apple on 9/15.
Right.
Which I'm waiting for the new iPhone. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you and my husband are very much like, oh, it's new technology. Gotta have it right now. Gotta have it first.
Well, I talked to somebody during my vacation week who works at Apple and was telling me they're not coming out with a mini anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm upset about.
You got the inside scoop.
Yeah, and then he's like, you want to buy the newer model because it has all the AI tech. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't need AI. I don't want
that.
AI.
Is that something she needs?
We're all being acclimated and brainwashed.
Sure thing, sir. Cliff has been learning that new language, the new AI language or whatever it is. And he's like, he got mad at me yesterday for something. And he's just like, do you even understand? I learned basically German last week. Leave me alone. It's like, that's great. When is the website going to be fixed? Thanks.
Thank you. Priorities.
I'm only asking for one little thing. So we're working on it, Rose, everyone, if you're working about the player situation and the other 3 things that I've got beef with right now. And somehow we're not in the Google store right now. It will all be fixed, apparently, by the magic of AI technology and this new robot language my husband's been learning. Not very many people can say that they have a Cliff that can just be like fixing it. But his time frame is real long right now. As you know, in the Lemonadio IT department, who've been waiting for weeks.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi extender is still sitting here.
Just any day now. Any day now.
Of course, he couldn't do it without the moral support of his family. and the cattle prod. Get that cattle prod out. Get back to work.
He has been so stressed out. He actually left his tools on the side of the road in Provincetown yesterday. He called me from exit 11. He's like, turning around, gonna be late. Gotta go back and get my tools.
How does one do this?
Jokes with tools on the side of the road in Provincetown.
I'm sure,
but I left them right there. I was like, okay, see you later.
Right. And then you call the Provincetown police. By the way, there's a strange man picking up tools on the side of the road.
Take him away, please.
No bail, just make it be there for 24 hours. Yeah.
That's it. He needs a break. He needs
to learn his lesson.
Good morning, Emily. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. Miss Savannah, our little Lemonadio baby, is going to be 1 year old this week. And apparently she got recognized as the Lemonadio baby in public. I'm like, we're making her famous. Is that the baby from Lemonadio? Why, yes, it is. And she went out in the newsletter this week. I know we always highlight one of our employees / hosts / partners, and Savannah's birthday was this week, so she was our employee of the week or the month rather. King Richard's Fair. We just got word that we've got King Richard's Fair tickets to give away all next week.
Oh, that's
so if you
awesome.
Want to get your Ren Fair on, I love a good turkey leg and a joust situation. It's always a land of fantasy and weirdos, and I absolutely love people watching at the King Richard's Fair. And we'll have that for you for free next week, all week. And also, we've got a lovely discount code for Lemonadio listeners. So that's kind of cool that we can add that to the mix of fun stuff that is coming for fall around here, because that starts in September.
Yeah. And it always runs, and people always like, it's still going on, but it's great. It's fun.
Well, it's only on the weekend, so you can only dress up like a fairy or a witch or whatever it is you feel like.
Is Jack Zwippa going to be there?
Oh, I did not know.
Do you know that guy?
No.
He's local, worked for a radio station forever, and he really talented whip snapper, and goes along all these fairs, travels around the country. He's got a lot of reels on Facebook. Yeah.
How about that life, though? You're traveling to rando Ren fairs, and you're the whip guy.
Yeah. And he calls for like whatever, tell me a song, and he'll start whipping it while he's doing the verses, and he'll make it up. It's hysterical.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple other things about him that I don't want to comment on right now.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Good morning, John Taylor. How is the desert treating you? Wondering from us folk over here that are finally getting relief. I'm actually welcoming this hurricane, the remnants of Hurricane Debbie. I was like, oh, it's cool. I could stand outside and not sweat.
Yeah, you're going to be like this welcoming it, and it's going to knock you down.
Let's go. Gloria is saying good morning from her cabin. Are you at a cabin in the woods, Gloria? I'm just curious. That cute cabin that you sent us the photos of? I'm jealous.
Yeah.
We will be taking King Richard's Fair to work trip. Yes, we are. Definitely. We'll take a work trip for sure. I have to just check it out. I know Lisa Z is going to be there with her witch dance. She leads the I don't know how to pronounce it in German. It's like the Zellweger Wager something. I don't know. It's a wolf dance. That's all I know. And then she took the dance, brought it here to the US, and now there are like little pockets of people that do the same witch dance. And she's actually filming a documentary about it. So she was just in Salem last weekend or the weekend before that, talking to the witch community and, you know, the people that they like, the people that they don't like. They're like little pockets. I know, right? There's always going to be drama. There's going to be some sort of excitement in this documentary. So she's got that coming up.
Yeah.
108.
And the ones that are real, the ones that are fake.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. Apparently there is a witch that shows up with like green mask on and is like treats you like Dick's Last Resort. Like that's the shtick. And is like actually a really lovely person. But in the witch community, they hate this person because it gives witches a bad name because witches don't look like that. So, but that's her stage performance, the persona. So, there's a good little edge to this documentary she's filming. I'm excited for it.
That's cool. It makes me want to watch that old 1970s movie with Melissa Sue Anderson when she was a witch.
What one was that? I don't think I've seen that.
I don't know. I have to look it up now. But you also have Witches on the Water.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that. I talked to Joe Ellen, and they are raring to go. October 5th, we're going to be there. I'll be hosting it. And that's when the witches take flight on their little paddle boards and get out there on the. It's actually just very cool to watch visually. Everybody out there, just floating around, and you know we've got good witches and bad witches and cute outfits, and it's pretty awesome. But they raise a ton of money for their chosen charity. Every year they get together in the summer and they put all of the charities in a cauldron and they stir it and they pick one. So this year is Dream Day on Cape Cod, which provides vacation. So yeah, it's a really nice thing that they did. Last year was the food pantry. So they really try and mix it up. And I mean, this is no joke. There are $25,000-$30,000 that they raise at a whack for one of these paddle boards. So it's pretty amazing.
That's cool.
Happy Glam Rock Friday to our friend Sethy. Aren't you a big time Cape Cod celebrity, Stephanie? Yeah, right. Yeah, Cape Cod celeb over here. The Best of awards are coming up, and I've been given free tickets to them. So
when is that happening?
I will let you know. Maybe you can be my date because apparently my husband's choosing bowling over me. It's the first day back of the season, babe. I can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
I could possibly be person of the year, and you're not going to be there to watch me.
He's like, it's none of my business.
I got bowling. I got bowling to do.
That's one thing. One thing.
I already
did. And you're not going to let me do it, right? Both of you can do it back and forth to each other. That'd be funny.
Oh, you missed it on Wednesday. I talked to Hank a little bit about this, but he had a full-on meltdown in the driveway on Wednesday because he couldn't find a wire. And my neighbor was watching.
Did your neighbor film it? They should have filmed it.
No, it's the whiny one that I always complain about. Actually, I think it was the gardener. I don't even think it was him because he doesn't have that poor gardener. So I just saw this like little gardening hat like peep out of the hedges and then go right back like that Homer Simpson meme where you don't want to see anything. And I was just calmly telling him that that's not the way it is and that's not how it happened. And did you find what you needed? All right, have a great day. Like totally very, I don't know. What word would you use when you use that flat tone of condescension?
That just puts you more into a rage.
I was stoking the fire.
That's that 9-year-old coming out again.
Poking the bear. Hey, listen, you want to have a meltdown like a child in the driveway for the neighbors to watch? I'm absolutely going to stick it to you.
Totally. That is funny.
108 degrees. It's a cool snap. I really want to visit you, but you're not making it a situation where I want to. I'll visit Palm Springs in the winter. In the winter. Oh,
yeah.
Thanks for sharing the meltdown story again today. I love it. I'm going to share it every single day, Gloria. It's one of those things. I enact my revenge somehow when he's not around. It's what happens. I did see our crazy crime, and I know Gloria loves a good crazy crime. And since we're talking about hot places, Temple, Texas. Apparently, this past Wednesday, police had to use a taser on a naked Texas man. Let's see. Caller advised the subject was walking in front of cars. The subject was completely naked. The subject is screaming at the top of his lungs. The subject looks like he's on something. The subject is walking around and putting body parts on cars. The subject is screaming at the top of his lungs. These were all calls in progression. The subject was on a bridge. The subject was standing on a rail. He's trying to jump. He was not a potential jumper. He was definitely on something, and police did tase him to the ground.
Wow.
So, a little bit of crazy crime from Temple, Texas, everybody.
Only in Temple, Texas.
Well, I feel like that is what happens to me when I get too hot. So, yeah. I mean, maybe it was just the heat or maybe it was his PCP. We don't know. We just know that he is fine. So thank you for sharing, Texas.
And tasers are illegal in Massachusetts.
Are they? Darn it.
You can always have someone have it delivered in Rhode Island.
Back to the cattle prod. Drop it off in Rhode Island. Thank you very much.
By the way, that Melissa Sue Anderson witch movie was called Midnight Offerings from 1981.
All right. I'm writing it down because I need something to do. Today is actually my day off.
Oh.
I know. Of course, it's a beautiful, sunshiny beach day. Dawn says that happens here every single day. Welcome to California. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining us on the West Coast. Texas ain't got nothing on California, she says. Well, I feel like they're both large in land mass and people mass. So, I mean, where there are more people, there are more problems, right? You can consider that as more crazy to share with the world.
That's it.
So yeah, I've got my day off. I'm going to go to the gym. I've told myself that 3 times this week, and it has eluded me. But I'm going to do that, and then maybe I will take in a little witch movie this afternoon when I go through my closet.
I can't wait to hear your reaction to it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Marion Ross is in it too, Mrs. Cunningham.
Oh, I'll definitely enjoy this movie then.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's a TV movie. It's going to be fun. You're going to love
rainy
it.
days and old movies, like that sounds kind of like the perfect day off for me. And I need something to do while I'm going through my entire closet. I'm swapping everything over and I'm purging. Lily inspired me. And so now I've got bags to take to the thrift anyway. So I might as well add to the thrift pile and do it myself. I can't open my closet at this point in time. I can't even get in there. It's absolutely devastating. I'll deal with it tomorrow. That's why I'm wearing a caftan that my sister sent me from Temu. I don't even know what the hell this thing is. I don't even know what real material this is. I probably could light on fire right now.
Oh my God.
By the way, I still haven't talked to her in like 10 weeks now. It's 10 weeks.
Oh, really?
She comes and she goes. She comes into our life. She blows up my phone for 3 weeks, and then she disappears off into the sunset, wherever it is that she is.
Yeah, there was a meme that I had that I wanted to send to you about that.
Oh, yeah? Tom, yeah. I love Temu. I can relate. I yelled at my son yesterday because he's like, Mom, if there's a Shein package showing up, I'm like, stop ordering from those companies. That's fast fashion. It's trash. Nobody likes it. Where did you even get a login for that? You're 15. Sean let me use it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, those boys, I had to drop them off. I had like Mr. Toad's wild ride yesterday of picking people up, dropping them off. I was a glorified cab driver yesterday. That's all I did was drive around in Cape Cod traffic. So I definitely looked like the chicken that you sent me the meme of when it took me 3.5 hours to get to Provincetown yesterday.
Yep.
That's actually what I looked like yesterday.
Did you give them a Momo invoice?
No, actually, I really should do that.
Yeah, new app. Not Venmo, but Momo.
Momo. That's it. I need the trash taken out. 2 sinks full of dishes right now. That's what I woke up to. Not 1, 2 full sinks of dishes. I woke up
And
to.
last weekend you just did a whole clean. All right. Talk about sending you into a stroke mode.
Oh, seriously, like homemade breadcrumbs all over my counter. Cliff handed me my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. He said, just walk through the kitchen. Just walk through it. Because he knows. He knows.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
Oh my gosh, Sam, good morning. One of these days, you and I will get together. Samantha and I have been like social media friends for I don't know how long. And she's in Provincetown. She does like she's got a beautiful pit bull. She does odd jobs. She's got her own Etsy store. She's got some fun stuff. She does dunes tours sometimes.
Oh wow.
She's just really an amazing human being. And I saw her in passing one time in Provincetown, but we always try to connect, but we never get to. It's always our timing is off. One of these days, Samantha, we're going to hang out in Provincetown and we're going to see Rich and we're going to see the plop. We're going to see it all.
Yeah.
You've been sending me some plop photos. Maybe you can regale everybody with the plop.
No. Right now, they're batting down the hatches.
They're not going to be out. They were all at tea yesterday.
Oh, absolutely not.
Rich and I were having a fun day at tea one time, and he goes, look at them over there. It's the plop. And I said, what? It's the power lesbians of Cape Cod. They're right there. They're planning everything. Everything's all together. Look at them. All the secrets of the world are being planned right here at this little space. And I looked over, and he was right. He was right. Those ladies had it going on.
Totally.
But last week, you had sent me a photo of something, and you are just so observant of the things that are surrounding you. And you had circled some photo, and you're like, and what is this? And my daughter happened to be in the car with me, and she saw it pop up, and she goes, does Rich have my number? We would definitely be besties because I think that this conversation is for me. You had a bond I didn't know about.
I know. And after I sent you that photo, I used the hashtag flaws.
Because this one's practically perfect in everywhere, just like Mary Poppins.
Well, that one, that particular person was just way too political. And it's like, you don't do that.
That's a lot.
You just, yeah.
I think that is a good forward-thinking statement when you're out in public and you've got big things to say. Maybe just not say them. I think either way, you're going to be upsetting somebody somewhere. So just keep it to yourself.
Yeah. There was somebody who posted actually yesterday on our community page. They were concerned because there was a patron that showed up and was actually making it very uncomfortable for the other patrons and some of the people that were working there.
Yeah, that's
that were very homophobic, and we don't want that in this town specifically. So
that's weird to me because usually there's something about Provincetown where just equity and kindness always are the words I would use. Everyone is just really so open arms and no one cares. I feel like it's really a judgment-free zone. So that's unfortunate when you get in a place that people are just saying dumb things.
Right. And there are some that just come through. Some people that are, have the flag and they're supporting, the Republican candidate, and they beat their horn going through the commercial street. And I'm like, I don't understand the reasoning or the rationale and why they have to do that. But
I know.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, there's always somebody, right? It's always something. Oh, Sam says CJ Fishing or Dolphin Fleet. I will come and find you. Yes and yes. What is
Dolphin Fleet sounds great.
Right?
Oh my God. Yesterday, while I was driving down, there was this white kind of minivanish SUV I don't know what kind of vehicle it was because it had been completely like either painted or repaired. It was dented all over the place. And it had all these sayings on it, and I couldn't understand some of it. It had a big like microphone on the top, megaphone, and the guy driving was wearing a big black 8-ball helmet. And he was talking and saying some gibberish. And then at one point I saw him with a fake lightsaber, the Star Wars lightsaber, and he's waving it around outside his window. We're all in traffic, and the guy that was in front of me looked back, and he went like this to me and laughing, and I'm like, yeah. And then we met up again. I said, I don't know if you saw this, but he's got a helmet, so he must have been crashed before, and something's going on with him. It was the most bizarre thing. I wish I'd gotten a picture, but I just didn't have the time to do it.
That is an only in Provincetown situation.
That wasn't even in Provincetown. That was on 93.
Oh, it wasn't even over the bridge?
No, I wasn't even over the bridge. I wasn't even on Route 3 yet. This was 93 heading south. He's going to meet, I don't know. I don't even want his. There are so many different comments.
Right? Where are you going like that? Inquiring minds want to know.
I think he just wanted to be in traffic, and he was headed home.
He wanted to share with everybody. I'm in
traffic. Nothing to do. He's like, I'm going to Boston. I'm going to pick up a couple things, and then I'm just going to be in traffic and say whatever I want to say.
That's awesome. You know, because he'll traffic light.
Yeah, totally. He went home, and his wife was like, "Where you been? What'd you do?" He's like, "I just went for a ride."
Yeah, Susan says video next time. Rich, video or it didn't happen. That's
okay.
Pull over on the side of the road and get the video.
I should have taken the other guy's license plate just to get confirmation. We could have had him on as the guest.
Excuse me, sir. Can you talk to me about the motivation? What's with the helmet? What's with the lightsaber? Was it a bad day for you? Were you trying to bring levity to this traffic situation?
Are you a veteran? Do you have a metal plate in your head? I don't know. Are you worried about the aliens? Do you have a foil underneath that helmet?
What could happen? Inquiring minds want to know. This seat is for you, sir. Come in, have a conversation.
Be careful.
It's a hot seat.
Only if you can rescind the invitation once you're done.
Yeah, right. How do I make him disappear now? Oh my God, my dad yesterday, I had a great conversation with him. He makes me laugh. He's like, because I think he watched yesterday's show in which the cat would not leave Hank in my space. And so he's like, do you have people at your home? Like walking through your home for your show? Yes, I do. Stephanie. Dad, not everybody sees the house and the disaster in which you know it is all the time. Wow. Back off. That Portuguese lady is still deeply set in his brain. He can't let her go.
Well, if he's got a problem with it, he can pay for a housekeeper to come to your house.
That's what I said. Either that or go ahead and buy me a studio, Dad. We're working on it. Mari is actually going to be showing us a couple of properties next week. So possibly, I don't know. We keep going around and around and around. There's something, I know Mercury is in retrograde right now, but there's something else, some like Lion's Gate, something that is opening, that opened yesterday, and it's going on for the next few days, where this is the time to manifest all of the big things, and it won't be here until 2033 again. So everybody put it out there, and I don't know.
When I think about Lionsgate, all I think about is the movie company.
Right. There's something, can somebody, Susan, maybe you know what it is. Some the lion thing. I don't know what it is, but I put it out there into the universe. I don't know what the universe is going to say back to me, but probably a lot, Stephanie.
Exactly.
Gloria, better than TV. I agree. You can look during retrograde, just don't sign contracts. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Good stuff.
Yeah, because you think you read the fine print, but you know what? There's always something.
And you know, I know. I'm scattered as it is. I know Cliff is. I emailed Downs. I think now is not the best time to make these commitments.
And after you've been through so much and you've been trying so hard, you're just like, I don't care. I'll sign it.
Right?
And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, when you get to that point where you're just like, oh, this is a bad decision, I think that happened to one of my friends where she, bit off more than she could chew, and she just was like stressed out and living in a hotel with dogs. And she's just like, I'll just sign this, and then bought something that really was just not appropriate for her.
Oh,
Okay, she's got it. She flipped it. She ended up making more than she thought she was
good.
going to. It ended up being better on the other side, but it was a disaster situation for her to live in for 6 months. So it does happen where we all get rushed into these spaces. So the interest rates are lower. That's all I know. Things are looking better, I guess, on that front.
Yeah, but with the neighbor situation, sometimes living in a van down by the river sounds even better.
I would sign myself up for that at some point.
At some point. Like, you spent $400,000 for a lakefront property with no property? I'm like, yep.
Piss off. That's what I want.
That's it. I have an outhouse and I have a camper.
What more does one need?
That's it.
Pick your battles, everybody. So yeah, we've got tax-free weekend. I've got the sidewalk sale party that is happening over at Mashpee Commons, and it looks like the weather is going to cooperate with us. That is from noon until 3 Saturday, so you can come and see me. I'll be playing music right around the Red Balloon Toy Shop. And
you're going to be there Saturday too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be there Saturday, so that is working for the Mashpee Commons. And I've got gift cards to give out every half an hour. So save your receipts and come see me, because you may win a gift card. And they're nice gift cards too. They're like $50, $100. So we'll be giving those away on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll be over at the Mashpee Farmers Market. This week, we have the Red Rooster food truck that is going to be visiting us. I guess the food truck festival is happening at the Cape Cod Fairgrounds tomorrow. So we've got a full food truck. So we got a couple of them coming to visit us over in the Mashpee Commons on Sunday. So we're getting the benefit of having extra different kind of foods joining us this Sunday. So that's exciting there. If you're ever looking for something to do, events on cape.com is where you can go. That website is updated. I'm trying to stay on top of that.
Your sound, your mic just went. It just changed.
Did
At least for me. Oh, there we go. There's that. Wait.
Is it bad?
Now it's better.
All right. I'm hitting things. You know how I am with my hands.
Stop being so spastic.
It is what it is. I can't help it.
We have you in frame. That's enough. Stop moving.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very much. I saw there were blueberries at the Mashpee Farmers Market last week. That must have been awesome.
Yes. I was watching some lady double boil all of her blueberries to extract the juice. The things I get sucked into on Reels, I'm like, I could do that. And then I'm like, Stephanie, seriously, you have 2 full sinks of dishes. When are you going to be extracting blueberry juice from anything? Shut your face.
Exactly. You'll put it in a pot with water and you'll boil it till it's burnt.
I still squash growing in my gutters right now. I don't know what the hell's happening around this house.
Oh my God. So funny.
It's still there. It's still growing.
Well, that's good. You're busy. You're busy doing. You don't know what you're doing, but you're busy.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it. I saw
you still like that reel. Trying to get everything done this summer.
That is my life. I'm glad that you noticed that, because that is actually me just on a regular week. So there has been a bump in plastic surgeons. They said the selfie movement has made people just start really focusing on parts of their face, and plastic surgeons are thanking it for their giant bump and people trying to do stuff with their face. And then I saw extreme facials.
Mm-hmm.
I saw they're doing excrement facials.
Well, first of all, but the term extreme facials, I think, is something completely different.
The different ends of the Cape.
Totally.
But it's excrement facials.
I don't even understand that.
With like a clothespin on her nose, and she's getting this facial done, and I'm like, girl, I don't care if it makes me look like death becomes her. I am not doing that.
No.
No one wants to talk to Madeline Ashton, especially when she smells like that.
Exactly. It's like
so gross.
It's just bizarre.
So gross. The extremes. I just don't understand the business of extremes at this point. Did you see what happened with Cardi B?
No, what happened to her?
I don't know. She had like this freak accident that left her paralyzed and almost caused her to lose her pregnancy. And I don't know if Offset is to deal with that and why she's all of a sudden now pregnant and getting a divorce and almost paralyzed. There's so much more to the story. I hate when they give headlines and give no information.
Oh yeah, and it's just, and then you go on there and there's just this long historical reference of what she's been through, how she got famous, and then they don't get to the real story.
It's like going to look for a recipe when I just want the recipe, and now I have to hear about your whole family story and where it came from, and from the fields of the this and the that. Give me the flippin' recipe. Tell me the ingredients and tell me how to make it, please and thank you.
That's when I say
give this celebrity stuff.
Give Cammy what I want.
Yes, please and thank you. I am excited for the new season of SNL. I saw right.
I didn't send it to you, but did you see the picture?
No.
Of it's Steve Martin and Maya Rudolph.
Steve Martin declined.
Did he really?
News today that he declined. They said, yes, we want him. They gave him an offer. He declined.
All right.
Maybe this is just a little lie to build up a little fanfare to see who it's going to be, because I was so excited that it was going to be Steve Martin.
Yeah, they were going to play Harris and Waltz. It was going to be really fun. Yeah.
I know. Right. And then so today I saw that he declined that invitation. Whether it's true or not, we'll have to see for the new season. I saw Colin Jost was doing a little bit of Olympic coverage. I don't know why they decided to put him in Tahiti. Well, a tough gig that was.
Yeah, right. Did you see the the picture I sent of the Olympic gymnast that was being sponsored by cheese, by Parmigiano Reggiano?
No. No, send it to me.
It's hysterical.
Yes. The Olympics have given me a lot more than I thought I was going to get for this season. So
it's so
not
true.
Good stuff. We like the bad stuff. Everybody's saying the French Olympics have been absolutely the worst. However, you know that this was the Olympics that was slated to be in Boston. Do you think it would have been any better being here? It would have been just as bad. So I love that we can mock them.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
She's an Italian gymnast and she's like promoting Parmigiano Reggiano. A split over these big rolls of Parmigiano.
Like that is forever. That's something that your children will see, you doing splits on cheese wheels.
Find the cheese. Find the cheese. Right turn. Right, left turn. Find the cheese.
Oh my God. Somebody posted a reel of the sailing, the individual sailing, and how they're just like on their back hump in the air. They put it in fast mode.
It's hysterical.
I sat there watching it for a solid 10 minutes, laughing my rear end off. I was like, oh my God, that's really what they do. That's really what they do. It was wonderful. I'm really enjoying some of the sidebar Olympic stuff.
That's it. It's making it entertaining for all. But back to Colin Jost. Go ahead.
Back to Colin Jost. So I guess he had a fall. He scraped his foot on some coral reef or whatever, then ended up getting a staph infection. Then they had to get him out of there because it got really bad. So I'm like, who injures themselves while covering the Olympics in Tahiti and all of a sudden gets life-lighted out of there because he's got a death-defying infection? It's like only Colin Jost.
Totally.
They're going to roast him. Michael Che is going to have his way with him. And
he's going to have a blast.
To it. Yes, I am. That is one of my favorite things this weekend update on SNL. And I don't care if you don't like SNL, and I don't care if it's the worst it's ever been. Rich and I like it. I appreciate it. I make my husband buy Hulu, and he complains every single time when I pay for it that I can't believe we're spending this amount of money for you to watch SNL. It's because you can't wait a day to watch it. Sunday mornings are my SNL time, and if it's what I want, Mama gets what she wants. I don't ask for much, and this is one of the things I ask for.
All right.
I feel better. Does everybody else?
Also, like, where was Scarlett with all this Colin Jost stuff?
Right. There was like one line at the end of it, and Scarlett Johansson didn't want him there anyway. And I was like, oh, well, maybe she willed it that way.
She didn't will it that way, but she should have had a substitute caregiver. He has to be watched every minute.
Widow? What is it? What's her character on the whole Marvel Universe thing?
Oh, I think it's Black Widow. No, it's not Black Widow.
Something.
I forgot. I'm so bad. I should know this.
those characters though, I'm not good at it. I don't understand that whole universe thing. I do want to see I want to see the Wolverine and Deadpool.
It's at the Wellfleet Drive-In. I'm thinking about going tonight.
Oh, that is also on my summer bucket list.
Because you know what they're playing before it?
What?
Is Inside Out too.
Oh, this was made for me. I need to get there this week. I have to figure out a time.
If you're not busy tonight, I'm going.
Is it going to rain though?
It just shows wind right now, but you know, it's life in New England. It'll change. Well, it's up to you.
All right,
we'll
you and I.
Yeah.
TBD. We'll see what the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride will get me there because it's going to take me 3.5 hours to get to Provincetown. I ain't going.
No, I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't because tomorrow's the turnaround.
Hey, they did a promo for their event at Cape Media Center. Is that who it was? The lightsaber people with the helmet?
Oh, really?
Darth Vader people. I'll have to take a look and see.
All right. Ooh.
Thank you, Jameson, for jumping in with that little fun fact. But if it's Cape Media people with their little promo, I definitely want to know now.
It wasn't.
No.
We're talking batshit crazy guy.
Oh, okay. That's disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He had like the Spaceballs helmet. This is not something that's normally done, okay? It's true.
Oh, Rich, I really wish you took a video of that.
I know. I just couldn't. I would have. Listen, I got a manual transmission. I'm stop and go traffic. I mean, what more do you people want from me? That. Hello.
Driving the stick with the dog in the back.
I
video this.
So can everybody just stop right now so I can film this freak? By the way, the character is Black Widow. I looked it up on IMDb.
Okay, good. So that makes sense. Black Widow willed it. Oh, I don't want you there. Staph infection. That's too bad.
Oh,
come
sorry
on,
for you.
Cure the kids. Let's go. Come on, Colin.
I have the home health aide ready for you.
You know he does whatever she tells him to do. You know she rules that roost with an iron fist.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's the only way Michael gets away with those jokes.
100%. Absolutely. What's up, Thomas? Thanks for joining us on the show. Rich and I are about to wrap it up. Rich in Provincetown. I'm here on the other side of the Cape. We are bracing ourselves for next weekend, which is Carnival on your side. Our side is Falmouth Road Race. And the Cape is stupid full. The turnovers this weekend are going to be insane, especially Sunday to Sunday to Monday. So just plan for it. Pack your patience when you're going to be hitting the roads because everyone is here. Everyone.
And I will say that the police force is out in droves, whatever you want to call it, because
probably with drones also.
Drones and droves, and they're just really concerned about safety. There was a huge car accident in Wellfleet that backed up traffic for a while too. Okay. So having your patience when you're driving is really important because there are a lot of speed demons around and dangerous speed demons, to be honest.
Yeah, this is not the time of year you want to end your vacation with something tragic. So it's just a gentle reminder.
Yeah.
It's not just you out there. That's all.
It's not about just you.
Even though we know it is.
I know you all have STD. Shit to do, all right?
That's it.
That's it.
So everybody have a great Friday, whatever it is that you're doing. Make sure you check in with us here at Lemon ADO. Hank's got a new show he's debuting. I've got to fix the time.
Tomorrow night.
Hopefully, tomorrow night, we're going to have blues on Lemon ADO. So we got the blues on Saturday nights and then Sunday morning jazz. So he's really excited to be able to bring that tunes. And I uploaded all the tunes yesterday and I was like, wow, they're good. They're good tunes.
I can't wait.
In a really long time.
And there's another show coming up soon, I hope.
We do. We've got Michael that's starting something. I've got Ayana that's got a brand new show that's coming out. We've got some new stuff that I'm really, really looking forward to. So definitely
are you bringing Tracy on Chris on board?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm excited for that too.
Well, you know what? It's really good to have that financial aspect of things, and I'm looking forward to being able to play some of that stuff because it is so fascinating. It doesn't matter if you don't have stocks or if you don't have a portfolio or if you don't have stuff. The end of life planning, like some of the stuff and topics that he addresses sometimes in his podcasts. It's something more with Chris Boyd. I definitely suggest that you listen to it. I learn something every single time I listen. So it's just kind of an interesting way to go about things.
Right. I was talking about a different Chris.
Oh, that Chris is also coming on board. We've got a meeting this week.
I can't wait. I am so excited. He's such a talented, knowledgeable guy in the music industry, and I'm really excited for him to be part of the Eliminated team.
And well, I know Seth has been working on branching Elastic Lamb to a little bit longer and including some of the other people that he works with. So
Awesome.
yeah, everybody's kind of like stretching their wings a little bit and sharing some of their amazing content with us, including our new partnership with MashP TV, which is going to be starting soon. Thank you very much to Chris Ball and the whole team over there at MashP TV. You're absolutely fabulous. We appreciate you. If you ever want to hear something, you want to be a guest on our show, please send me an email, Stephanie@StephanieViva.com. I will be back to you, and I would love to have you hosting, whether it's virtual like RTB and I are today, or you can come on down to my studio and sit in this chair and have a great conversation with everybody. You're always welcome. Gang's all here, everybody. Rich, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, maybe at the drive-in later.
Love that.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
All right.
Goodbye.